I'm Dr. Charles Moak with Allure Medical Spa. We're a medical practice doing cosmetic surgery. We do some dermatology, bioidentical hormone replacement, vein procedures, a lot of non-surgical cosmetic procedures.
Hi, I'm Donna Bacon. I'm Executive Assistant for Dr. Charles Moak and the 100 plus members of the Allure Medical Spa team. I've been with Dr. Moak for 10 years now, and over the years we have significantly grown, and we always are challenged with new ways to inspire and motivate our staff. Last October, Dr. Moak gave me and several other people the opportunity to go down to Atlanta to attend the summit for the Scheduling Institute.
And I had taken the leadership team, because taking my whole office was difficult. We've got about 100 employees. So we took the leadership team, and we really liked it. We liked the fact that Jay put on a program that was both professionally and personally rewarding.
After seeing speakers like Bill Rancic and Carrie Strug and especially Walter Bond.
And it was clear to us, the leadership team, that we had to do something like that for our staff. We wanted to put them in an environment where they can have both personal and professional development.
Dr. Moak put a plan in motion to have us plan our own Allure Medical Spa Summit.
We did that beginning of March of this year.
And I was part of that team to get that project going. First thing we did was explore different options in our immediate area to include our entire family. If we were going to take the staff off-site for a weekend event for some personal and professional development, we wanted to also include our parents, our siblings, our children, significant others to be a part of the event. The decision to choose the Great Wolf Lodge, which is 4 hours away, was not an easy one. Dr. Moak had concerns that none of our staff members would want to drive that far, and it would take up a lot of the time for the Friday through Sunday event.
Now in Michigan, we always show where you're at. We live down here, and the resort's up here.
I sat down with him and said, do you trust my judgment on this? This is exactly why we need to go to this place. You're training your staff on Ritz-Carlton, the experience, the customer service, the skills. You want the red carpet kind of rolled out for you. That's what we're trying to present to our staff, to do our patients and our guests here at Allure. And we weren't getting that kind of experience from any other location that was vying for our business. Our team drove down 4 hours to meet with me for an hour, to turn around and drive 4 hours home. I was lucky if I got an email back from some of the other locations, and it was really off-putting that they did not consider us to be important enough to make that extra effort. So that is why finally talked Dr. Moak into saying, all right, the Great Wolf Lodge is where we need to be.
That was real exciting. So we hired some buses. We brought about 300 and some people.
With 100 rooms, with 302 guests, we really filled it up ourselves. So it was going to be a big undertaking.
We had the staff bring their families. They might have brought their kids. The younger staff might have brought their mom and dad or their brother. Some of you brought their cousins. Anyways, 300 and some people, all headed up to the Great Wolf Lodge in some buses, and got there and had a nice evening where we rented the bar area and had a good time socializing. The next morning we had a couple speakers, and we didn't run it the whole day because this was more of a family event, and I wanted the staff to have time with their families. So we had a couple speakers talk to us about things that we could do to develop us not only professionally to make us do better in our job, but also personally, so that my staff and myself could be more effective in our personal lives.
Our next topic of conversation Dr. Moak really wanted to focus on for personal and professional development was our own take and responsibility on money. So we actually had a speaker, his name was Chris Hogan, from the Dave Ramsey group, and he came in and lectured the first day also. The final speaker that we had on Sunday was one that our entire group that attended the Scheduling Institute event in October, and that was Walter Bond. He gave a fabulous lecture about how we are responsible for our own success and how we have to actually get out there and make it happen.
And one of the messages I wanted to convey to my staff is I want them to grow. So if they come here and work at Allure, I want them to go from wherever they started to somewhere else. I've had employees that started out in the front desk and moved on to medical assistants that are now nurses or ultrasound techs or surgical techs. And I want my staff to understand the way that happens is you do it yourself. You don't just wait for your boss to promote you. You look the part, you dress the part, you act the part, you learn the part, and then you become the part. Sometimes that requires additional education. We support our staff on that. Sometimes it requires using your own talents to get in a leadership role or maybe in a better suited role for you. And Walter Bond helped kind of clarify that to people. And after that, we spent the afternoon in the water park, all kinds of kids, and one of the most pleasing things in my job, I've been in this business 10 years, is seeing my employees, my staff, having kids. And I know all their kids. I've hugged them all and touched them all and seen them all. I remember when a lot of them were born, and I see them grow up, and it's very pleasurable to me to see them playing around as little kids. And I hope to keep having that experience. And then at night we had a hall that we rented, and we had a DJ there, and he played some great music. Everybody's dancing, eating and drinking, had a great time. Next morning, got up, we had a group breakfast.
One of the events that we had on Sunday was a raffle car lease giveaway for our employee who actually made their own video that were turned in and judged on what Allure Medical Spa means to them in their daily lives.
I think we got 30-some submissions, and we had a group of staff members objectively vote on the best video, what Allure means to me. So the staff would make videos that were maybe 5 to 7 minutes long about what it meant to them. They explain their experiences, how they've grown with the company. And then we voted down to narrow it down to about 5. And then at the summit, right after the last speaker, we voted on the top 1.
And Barb Colombo, one of our employees that's worked for us for over 8 years, was lucky enough to be that winner of that car.
And she won a GMC Traverse car. She got to drive it home. I had driven it up there myself, and she got to drive the car home. Everybody clapped. They were all excited. I was happy for her because I was kind of hoping she'd win the car because her car had some miles on it, and she was driving a long way. She's actually one of our first employees that when I opened a really far away location, she goes, "Dr. Moak, I will do it. I'll take care of that place," and she's led that in success. So she's putting the miles on, and now she has a new car to get there.
We also had an opportunity to give away some raffle tickets for other events around the Detroit metro area, and we had about 8 of our staff members take home those prizes that day. But more than that, I think they took away a little bit personal responsibility. I had quite a few of the ladies that listened to Chris Hogan speak, that came up and made changes to their 401k, made changes, said, "I'm going to do this, I am going to be responsible for that, I'm getting rid of that stupid cable bill, I'm going to pay off my credit card, I'm going to actually try to be more responsible for myself and for my family." And it was really nice to see that they actually paid attention to those bits of little knowledge that he was giving out. And it's great to see that so many of them are now following him on Facebook and Twitter, and they're getting his daily little slogans and daily little recommendations for their daily lives. So that was great to see.
Anyways, that's what the Allure Summit was. Thank you.